Okay, so here's another day of me in Perth area. So I'm going to Rottnest Island today, which is where you can find wild quokka. So although I haven't posted the video of the animals yet, because it's over a gig and it was said something stupid, I'd take over 700 minutes to upload, which is a long time. So I'll shorten that down and see what I can do with that. Yeah, so Rottnest Island, it's quite a nice, apparently a quite pristine island, very untouched in a lot of senses. It's named Rottnest because it sounds a lot like rat nest, and it's named by the Danish. So the Danish landed there first and saw there were a load of quokka and they thought they were rats, so they named it Rottnest, as in rat nest. So that's the 10 o'clock ferry across there. Should be, I think, about half an hour, 45-minute ride. So there's my boat, and I'll see you when I'm on it. Okay, so we've just left Hillary's Harbour, I guess, which is where we set sail. It's right next to Aqua, so there's a bit of bearing where I am. You just thought I'd take a picture of the sea, not because it's particularly interesting, there's lots to see, but it's just that it's so flat. It's because there's no wind. This is the open sea, and it's just flat. There's there's hardly a bump. So yeah, see you a bit. Okay, so here we are in Rottnest. It's lovely. I mean, the water is virtually see-through, and just look at those lovely water. There's a cool rock over there, which I might see if I can get out to. But yeah, this is Rottnest. Just come on the ferry, so it's a bit busy here. There's everyone. Bike hires, tourist information. See you in a bit. So here we are again on Rottnest. So this area is obviously a popular area to carve your name into rocks and things. But I'm not going to do that because I don't do that. So I'm getting my map out. I'm going to be walking, hopefully, the new Rottnest Island Wade Gem Up walk trail, which apparently is this way, and it goes past some military barracks, past a few lakes, up to a Oliver Hill Guns. So there we go. I'll meet. Okay, so I think there's some crabs here. Not sure whether you can see them. There's one on the rock as well over there, which you can see. But it's really overexposed here, so I can actually see my screen very well. So yeah, he just puddled in. Okay, so this is the army jetty. This is really blurry. There you go. This is the army jetty. It was opened in June 1972, and I believe it's still used. I'm not entirely sure. There must be a small garrison on here. So you've got this as well, which, yeah, there you go. I'll leave you just to read that. Yeah, and that's over there. You can go snorkeling, and I believe it's sort of, you've got the boat and then you've got this island, little island here. I think it's just sort of round there. Okay, I sneakily listened into a tour, and he said this rock, which you can see, used to be big and mounded, like, you know, a big sort of dome of a rock. But the Australians were so worried that they'd get invaded that the army, local army, I mentioned earlier, flattened it. So that's why it's now so flat, because they believed a boat could hide behind it enemy boat. Okay, so back with you again. I've not gone the wrong way as such, because there is no wrong way, but I've not followed the path that I was meant to, well, which I wanted to follow, which meant that I've gone on a different path, which is fine, because there's been lots of birds around. If you can't hear, they're all around, and they have been flying really close to me, which has been stunning, really. I've seen lots of lizards. Might have seen a snake, may have just been a lizard. I'm not sure, so I'm not going to confirm that as a snake or a lizard. Yeah, I've just sort of been walking along the shoreline, because this map which they've given me is absolutely terrible. No outline of the coastline whatsoever. It just has, basically, it's like the London Tube map. It's just terrible. Looks like the London Tube map. So look, they even have a train through Rottnest. It starts at the bay where we came in. It then goes to which are that way, and yeah, and then it comes all the way through here, virtually a straight line, a few squiggles, like you know there, all the way to the end of Rottnest. Interesting thing about Rottnest, it's not a very big island. Well, it's not interesting really, as it's not a very big island, but it's 11 kilometers from over there, Kingston Barracks, over to the end, and at its widest point it's 4.5 kilometers, so from top to bottom. So
it's the smallest of the kangaroos, but it is a kangaroo, and as a kangaroo it's a pouch breed. All right, so what happens is that when it gives birth effectively to the fetus, the little tiny fetus, which crawls up through the fur into the pouch and then lodges onto a teat, onto a nipple, and will sit attached to the nipple for up until about September. That's when it starts to emerge more and more. Now, like other kangaroos, they have a fail-safe mechanism. As soon as that fetus is born, the female will mate again. So she mates again, produces another fetus, but she holds that. It doesn't develop. It just holds it. So that if the first one that's in the pouch dies for any reason, the development of the second one starts. So that the second one is, so that's the insurance policy. If the first one succeeds in the pouch and it comes through and that second fetus is reabsorbed into the mother's body, and then they move around at night. But so that's the main two activity periods. This is not a normal behavior that we see here. So they're going to, as I said earlier on, the food is one thing that controls their numbers. Go out into the island proper, here. The lake on the other side there, Government House Lake, that's the deepest of the lakes at about 8 meters.
It's really salty water, 4 to 8 times as salty. So these are edible figs. Not a bad view for lunch, if I don't say so myself. Now, the Quokka man said that this area here, and it's much more windy than this, because it can get a lot windy, well, you've heard the wind multiple times anyway. When it gets much more windier than this, that becomes a really nice place to surf. And a lot of surfers come here because it's one of the few places in the world where you can, and it's not this longer than just that, but it's one of the few places where you can surf parallel to the shore. Okay, so here we have it's the same lake as before, but just a bit of the edge where it's dried up a little bit, you know, just trying to not fall in, but look, I can press it and it breaks. It's really hot there actually. It's very warm there. But now I've got salt on my fingers. There we go then. Look at salt. See some of the crystals in it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so I realise it's windy now, so you might not be able to hear me, but if you can, look at this road. I just think it's quite a nice road. It goes, joins between the two lakes. And then we have a windmill. Obviously the Australians are starting to go quite energy efficient, to be fair. They're doing quite well, but they do have a lot of land and a lot of sun, so it's a bit more easy. Come here, look, you can come down here with me, near the windy lake, and you can look at the fluff roll across the baked land. Like, here you go. I know it's probably a bit windy here, but I'm speaking a bit louder than normal. It's bubbles, bubbles. Okay, so before I thought there was a lot of salt, on my fingers and things. Well, look at that. That is a long pillar of salt, pure salt, on your fish and chips. It goes all the way that way as well. Look at it, it's huge. Lots of salt, and of course it's all by my feet as well. Okay, so look what I found. Ooh, it's a spider! Surrounded by little spiders, but you probably can't see those. So I don't know what spider this is, so I'm going to take a reasonably close one. I don't want to get too close because it's almost certainly poisonous, but yeah, see what it is. Okay, so I finally made it to Oliver Hill. So as you can see there, for safety reasons, for like heat stroke, you've got to get off your bike because you don't want anyone passing out on this road. Although it does look like I am the only one here, because most people hire out bikes. There's very few walkers, but I'm a cheapskate because it cost $30 to hire out a bike for the day, and I was like, no, I'm going to walk it. It's not that big an island, so yeah. And you say the gun's here. So I said before that they flattened the little island because of basically was before a ship would be behind it. Well, that again, like, this was a key. They took it seriously. You have guns here, big, huge guns which would sink ships. They fire quite a long way. You can just see one there, apart from the sun's there. So there's a little dent sort of there. I can't really even see my finger. But yeah, I'll see you at the top. Well, I said it was a big gun. I meant it. Look. Woo! Big gun. Huge. Look at it. It goes all the way back here. I'm not sure how big the shells would have been, but I can guarantee you probably would have knocked out a ship. Maybe not a battleship, but most ships it would have had a good shot at. And you can see the sea pretty much all the way around. Like, there's little bits here and there, but you can see the sea pretty much all the way around. And you say this way that you can't see the sea, but there's actually another one over there past the lighthouse. So, well, there used to be one, not one now, but it's just huge area. And you thought I'd forgotten them. No, there are all three of them here this time. I decided to put them in a barrel of a gun. So there you go. Look, Buck and Thomas and Rachel are all there. So there we go. See if we can get a view down there. No, you just get a reflection of me. Beautiful. So there you go. Just a quick view around over here. There you go. Bye. To show you how close I am, It's not that far. Leave it to it then. Also, just as a extra little bonus thing, have you ever wondered, in the time you've known about quokkas and their whole existence, you ever wondered how high they could reach? You know, on their with their mouths, if they were just on their legs? Well, I give you your answer. It is approximately this much. This tree actually grows its leaves so that it is just above quokka height. It's one of the native trees, and there's only 3 on the island. The others, yeah, there you go.